afternoon, welcome. You're watching Market Headstart on Moneycontrol. I'm Sakshi Batra, and this is where we get you prepared for the trading setup of the day. Well, for the markets, it was a terrific Thursday yesterday because not only the bulls held on to the momentum that was built in the first three trading sessions of the week, but the indices also broke above the crucial resistance levels. Well, for the levels, if you see, the Sensex gained about 400 points to close above 39,000 levels yesterday. The Nifty also closed with gains of about 100 points, and it also closed well above 11,500 mark. In fact, just a shade below 11,600 as well. And the investors' wealth also rose about 1.5 lakh crores in yesterday's trading session. So what led to the optimism? But if you see, there were both the global as well as domestic cues that led to the optimism. Global cues indicated positive right after the Brexit deal, and on the domestic front, if you see, there were hopes of recovery in the economy. There were hopes of more stimulus to push the growth higher, as well as an improvement in the festive demand as well, that actually led to the improvement in markets yesterday. Now, apart from this, if you see, what also has led to the optimism is the FIIs that have been pouring in money in the equity markets. In the last 4 trading sessions, they poured in equity wealth of about 2,000 crore rupees. Now, apart from this, sectorally also, if you see, the S&P BSE Auto Index that rose about 3% in yesterday's trading session, followed by consumer discretionary that added about 2% in trade yesterday, and the BankX rose about 1.5% in yesterday's trading session. Now, if you talk about the broader markets, they also rose in tandem with the benchmark indices. Now, the BSE Mid-Cap Index that rose about 1.7% in trade yesterday, and the S&P BSE Small Cap Index that added about 0.8% of growth in yesterday's trading session. Now, volume spike also, which also saw long build-up in the auto stocks, were like TVS Motors, Motherson Sumi, Eicher Motors and Tata Motors. They have seen some long build-up in the stocks as well. Now, blue chip stocks also saw a rise in the delivery percentage. These names include names like ITC, HDFC, L&T and Reliance Industries as well. Now, the top Nifty gainers in yesterday's trading session were Tata Motors, Indiabulls Housing Finance and Yes Bank, which were up more than 10% each. Now, if you talk about the top Nifty losers of yesterday, they were names from the IT space like TCS, Grasim Industries and also Vedanta. But again, the big focus is on the domestic earnings front, as many as 23 companies will be reporting their results. They include names like Ambuja Cement and Reliance Industries, L&T, as well as L&T Technology Services and ICICI Lombard as well. Now, Reliance Industries again is likely to give some good results this time around as well. The profit is likely to grow by about 12% on a year-on-year basis. Now, if you talk about the cement major, Ambuja Cement, again the results are going to be quite healthy this time around. The profit is likely to grow by about 61% on a year-on-year basis. These estimates have been given by Motilal Oswal. Now, if you talk about the technical patterns and the technical view right now, if you talk about the Nifty, it actually formed a bullish candle on the daily charts as well. It also took support near 5 days EMA and also bounced back from that level. Now, it has been also acting as a crucial support for the index for the last trading session, and that being broken is definitely a positive sign. Now, the 3 levels to watch out for on the index will be 11,439, 11,599 and also 11,700. Now, the maximum call open interest is also placed at 12,000 and 11,500. The maximum put open interest is placed at 11,000 and 11,400 levels. Now, for the time being, the traders are being advised to create fresh longs on the index with a stop below 11,430, and your immediate targets could be placed at 11,800. These have been suggested by the technical experts who have spoken to us on Moneycontrol. Now, the immediate resistance would be placed around 11,700 levels. If this gets crossed, then Nifty could be heading higher for the calendar year. The technical experts also expect that the Nifty could touch fresh record highs in this calendar year as well. Now, we also got some technical recommendations for you. In fact, we spoke to India Nivesh Securities Limited, and here's what they have to recommend. They have actually given a buy call on LIC Housing Finance. The current market price of the share is around 381. The target can be placed at 4,415, pardon me, and the stop loss is placed at 355. From the current market levels, you can see an upside of about 9% on the stock. Now, Indian Aviation also has recommended a buy on Just Dial. The current market price of the share is around 605. The target price they have suggested is 645 and the stop loss could be placed at 570 levels. Now, the upside from the current market levels could be seen at 6% from the current market levels. Another stock that they have a buy call on is Blue Star. The current market price of the stock is 827. The target is placed at 915. The stop loss can be placed at 760 and the upside could be seen over here at 10.5%. Now remember, these views have been expressed not as an intraday call but more of a positional play. So do speak to your financial advisors before placing your bets here. And as for today, we could see a muted start or a negative start to the Indian markets, because if you see the SGX Nifty suggested a negative start for the Indian markets. Now this is based on the kind of data that we have received on the Chinese economy growth. Now there are concerns over there because the Chinese economy has grown slowest in about 27 years. The growth for the quarter has come in at 6%. So that could be some worrying signal, and which is why we have been seeing the Asian markets have been down. That could be a little overhang, but overall if you see, the domestic cues have been supporting the indices. If the earnings come about good, then today's day also could be good as well. So we'll just have to wait and watch out for to understand how the day really passes on. But technical experts do believe that today, in case the crucial resistance of 11,700 or for this week is broken, then we could see higher highs on the Nifty as well. Well, with that, it's a wrap here on this edition of Market Headstart, and you stay logged on to moneycontrol.com for more news and updates. Thanks for watching.